of this whole movie.
Depending on how often it's
Down
skips.
under and but Putin would never die. Unable to live on the surface, they lived underground, with a small village under shady trees.
And the film is going to take 20 minutes for this movie to finish.
Everywhere there were bamboo huts or hiding places. And deep underground the tunnels and ways on top of one another, creating a magnificent system, drawing one village to another, one province to another province, assuring determination for all fighters to live safe under any circumstances and fill the impossible position. The soldiers bring up safety tunnels and their simple weapons to prevent the enemy from entering the village. But when the enemy charged into the village, the guerrillas could follow their steps day after day, appearing around the ground and the trees, sometimes from behind, sometimes charging out suddenly, so that an American colonel had to explain that they couldn't see any Vietcongs, that there were Vietcongs anywhere. This Putin system has been considered by the Western press as a huge, complicated system, unlike any other system. No architect can design such a system. In one of his journals, one lieutenant in the 1st Division came into Putin in 1966, had to reveal that anyone who went into these tunnels had to admire the talent, the determination, the patience of communists. And hundreds of enemies had to die under the guerrillas' rifles on entering the tunnels. And although day after day, the Americans wanted to take over Kuti, they were defeated. The Kuti guerrillas still stood firm at the gateway to Saigon City.
tell you what happened at Kuchi here in the wartime. Here. Look at the map, please. Look at the map, please. This is the Kuchi area, or Kuchi district, about 150 square kilometers. It's located between Saigon, the capital of Saigon, and the Black Lady Mountain, near Taining Town. It was the end of the Ho Chi Minh Trail. So Kuchi here becomes one of the most important strategic locations for both South and North Vietnamese armies. North Vietnamese army came here by the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and they used the Kuchi here as a spearhead for the attacks on Saigon. For Saigon government, Kuchi is the gateway to the Saigon city. So at any rate, they try to protect it. If they lose the Kuchi here, they lose Saigon, the capital, so they lose everything. They try to take the control of the whole area. So they need about 50,000 soldiers of different branches. Marines, infantry, airborne, rangers, and so on to protect it. So Kuchi here in the wartime was one of the most terrible battlefields. It was also known as a free fire zone. I mean, they were free to kill anyone in this area. And they were free to kill bombs anywhere because it was difficult to tell who was a VC here. So it was called a free fire zone. This morning, we started the trip from Saigon here. Saigon. We took the National Highway 22 here to Taining to visit Karai, for example. On the way back here, we took the same part of the highway first, and then the local road. And we here at the moment, bending tunnels here, 60 clicks from Saigon. And the other one, Benduc and Bending are 14 kilometers apart. Both of them are in the former Vietcong village here. Former red ones shows a liberated area of Vietcong village here. So many tunnels in this area. Black lines show the tunnels. 500,000 tons of bombs dropped here. So they have to stay in the tunnels for hiding from bombs. So they started digging the tunnels here in 1948. 1948, they dug the tunnels here for fighting against the French troops. In 1983, they opened the tunnels here to tourists. And they dug the tunnels with these simple tools, a bamboo basket, and a small spade here. No machine. So it took them over 20 years from 1948 until 1975 to dig the tunnels like that. 3 levels. The top level here, 3 meters underground. The second level, 6 meters. And the third one, 8 meters underground. Just one way, 3 levels. On the top level here, they make different kinds of bunkers. Fighting bunker, ammunition bunker, hospital, kitchen, meeting room, and a ship commanding office. And different kinds of bunkers were made on the top level like this. They were connected together before, but today they are separate because no tunnels now. And inside, no air circulation. So they use concrete or bamboo to make lots of vent shafts along the way. This vent shaft or air holes to let the air in. But they couldn't stay a long time. The tunnels here are too small, 60 by 80 centimeters. They stay in the tunnels here for a few hours for hiding from bombs only. After bombing or fighting, they get out. They also put lots of tiger trap. This is the tiger trap. No tiger here. Tiger trap here. You see it in the forest later. And they also have a water well here to get water for cooking and drinking. This is a water well, 15 meters deep. The water is coming from the sides. In case they cannot fight against enemies, they crawl on the elbows and knees along to escape the Saigon River there. That's the Saigon River in front of you. That's why 100 meters, the Saigon River. Escape. And inside they also make small one like this. Why? They made small one like this to stop the enemies from getting through. But here it's big enough for Kuchi guys to move. The Americans with the bigger bodies cannot move, they get stuck there. But you know the US Army never get into the tunnels. They didn't know the way. So they have tunnel rats. Some Mexicans, some Australians were trained to be tunnel rats in the American base here. Dome Zoo used to be an American base. That's why 5 kilometers from here as the crow flies. Near Kuchi Town here. This morning we passed by it. So near, and the former American base is 2 kilometers from the town. Now it is an American. So some Mexican Australians were trained to be tunnel rats because they're smaller guys. But normally, if they find out the tunnels here, they throw hand grenades or they put poisonous gas into them. Okay, but mainly bombs here. So 500,000 tons of bombs up here. So many tunnels have been fallen down. Okay, now we're going around. We circumnavigate the forest for the loop. Okay, and then I show you the tunnels and everything in the forest. Now, okay.